What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Fleetwood Trades Crypto. What a day it was. This was a post from earlier today, this morning when I was watching the market, and I was just like, wow. The market makers, the big money, they just literally swept the liquidity and took all the liquidations from the sell side. All the shorters got liquidated when price just pumped up through here, and then late longs got liquidated when price came all the way back down here to 65. It actually came all the way down to 64 a little bit later, and they got liquidations on both sides, and then that probably got a lot of leverage out of the market, at least initially, or at least for a short period of time. A lot of leverage probably got knocked out of the market there. But if you like these types of posts and updates real quick, follow me on X at Fleetwood Trades. And if you like this style of video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Now, today, alts struggled. Alts were pretty much down, and Bitcoin dominance rose pretty sharply for the day. But that gives us some opportunities. It gives us some opportunities for some alts that have been needing a pullback, and one of which is a token that I'm invested in. You guys know this. I've made a video about it before, and that is SuiPad. SuiPad is and it's an extremely low cap token, currently sitting at a market cap of 2.26 million. So sub 5 million, sub 10 million. This is an extremely small market cap token, but it is the launch pad for the Sui network. And I don't know if it's Sui, however, I don't like actually pronouncing that token name, but I'm just going to say Sui. But it's the launch pad for the Sui token, and it is a great way to get exposure to that token, to that network, because there's a lot of money come onto the network. There's a lot of total value locked. There's a lot of liquidity there, and that network is growing. So while you may have missed, the opportunity to get in at 10 cents or 20 cents on Sui, you can still get into the launchpad really, really cheap right now at 11 cents. This has a cap of 100 million tokens, so the supply is a very low supply. So there's no reason why this token can't hit $1, $2, $3, whatever the case is. There's a lot of excess to be had here, especially if the native chain for Sui does do well like is anticipated. It's starting to get a lot of hype. It's starting to garner a lot of attention. That being said, we're going to take a look at the chart, and there's a couple of things on the chart that looks really cool today. It did have a deep wick down, and it's starting to form a lower level of rising support. I think that is going to be a support line that we can now kind of chalk up and show. However, there is still a potential of a fast wick down or just a move down to fill this fair value gap here. And if it did so, something along these lines, and then spiked up, what you would get is you would get a retest of this old resistance here and the resistance here. It broke through. It never came back for a retest. So that could potentially fill this fair value gap that was created here on this large daily candle, where there was like a 3-day period where SuiPad just went 36%, 52%, and then 55%. Actually, absolutely incredible growth here in a 3-day period. So price could come all the way down and fill this gap. I'm not going to count on that, because I think overall it's still got a very bullish sentiment, especially considering that it's also posting a pretty solid hidden bullish divergence here, with the RSI coming down a lot, kind of resetting the RSI, resetting the indicator, so to speak. So you're getting a higher high or a higher low on price with a lower low on the indicator, indicating that there is going to be a continuation of the upward trend. A hidden divergence, a hidden bullish divergence in this case, indicates that the bullish trend will continue. So, and even if you go back farther to this kind of this drop down, this low, this swing low here to this swing low, it gets even bigger on the hidden bullish divergence. So either way you look at it, if you like the more of a major swing, some people wouldn't even really count this because this is all within the same consolidation range. But however you look at it, We're going to take a look at a Fibonacci retrace and then a Fibonacci extension to see what kind of potential price target we'd be looking at in the near term future, kind of like the next leg up potential. So we did retrace back to the 50% Fibonacci line. So we actually hit that back here as well. Getting to this fair value gap, we actually hit the 6.2, which is typically a target for me. If you're not familiar with this term, I'm going to say it now. The range between the 50 and the 618 or the 6.2 is oftentimes referred to as the golden pocket. So this area here is typically a really good point to get in on a retrace. So, buy anywhere in this, this golden pocket, and you're usually good to go. But what is next? What do we look for next? If we go and we do a very, very conservative look on a Fibonacci extension, we'd be looking to see a price target of around 36.6, upwards to about 53 cents. Anywhere in the 1.618 to the 2.618 would be a target for me to see price get to in the next leg up before we have another consolidation period or a potential pullback. But those are the targets I'd be looking for. And if SUI really takes off and really starts to garner more and more attention, any one of these legs can push up to the 3 or the 4.236. Like any of these extension ranges can be hit, but typically you're going to target on a solid extension. You're going to want to target the 1.618 is typically a good place to start, and then you just kind of go by momentum and see how fiercely something's moving. During the 2021 bull run, Solana went way past the 4.236, and it was just like, we don't know how to even extend this any farther. We don't know how far it's going to go or where it could end up. But those are not the norm. Those tokens are, I don't want to say generational, but there's only going to be a handful of them per cycle. And I don't know that you can count on that. So with that said, guys, that's the video for today. SUI looks like SuiPad still looks like it's a very, very good buy. It's a very good opportunity for significant growth. Overall, I think it is easily a 10 to 30x play still at this point in the market. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, guys. As always, until next time, peace.